tango music class with Juan José Mosalini, I came away, with my partner at the time, a pianist just as obsessed by tango as I was, in a state of utter amazement. We had just spent 4 hours with him, and it had been such an incredible musical experience. Who was this guy? He must be somebody to be that amazing as a player and a teacher. So once we got back to Paris on the metro, we hopped off at Châtelet and decided to go and have a look in Fnac, the French version of Tower Records back in the day. If he was someone, then he would surely have CDs in there. Well, needless to say, we were a bit shocked by what we found. Yes, absolutely, quite a lot of CDs in there. But also, he was in the tango books. His name was in the last chapter of every single one we found in that store, and he was being called one of the most important and influential tango musicians and bandoneon players of this era. Oh. So next time I went back to see him for another class, about 2 weeks later, this time in Gennevilliers, I was a bit nervous, and I think he could see it. But he said, play with your heart, forget about the notes, just go direct to the emotion and the rest will follow. He had this ability to draw you out of yourself and to get you to fly free musically. He would sing and tap and speak the rhythms in such a way I will never be able to forget how tango grooves. He always said the message was the most important thing, and liked to quote Piazzolla, who said for each concert he demanded 110% from all of his musicians, and if you couldn't give that, you shouldn't bother getting up on stage. This was simply a revelation from all my years of classical training, where I had basically been taught to be afraid of making a mistake, of playing a wrong note, of misinterpreting something badly, and I had certainly never been asked for my own personal interpretation. I loved this purity, this fresh approach, where music was placed first and technique was there to follow, and each person who plays has to bring something of themselves to it. Finally, what use is a perfect technique if you have nothing to say?